After we have set up and installed the Red Hat, now we will do the post installation. In my lab, as usual, I will do a static IO for this, so I will click in the setting. I will check the network setup. I will do, instead of netting, I will use host only adapter that will allow me from my client to connect to this RHEL. What else? Memory already set up. The flow, it's not used. Hard disk is there. Set up, and this has been already set up. All has been set up from this level and from here, so it's only network. For me, you may use internet. I do prefer if you use internet that you change it to a bridge. Don't. NAT is secure, however, NAT you have to allow some certain of security and forward to IP forwarding and a lot of extra step. So for me, I don't need internet. This first thing that I have. Let me start the Red Hat. And while it's start, we will configure the IP, the static IP. Yes, this is the kernel login. I don't need this. Yes, here is it. It will be load. Yes. I will click on not listed instead of accessing with or logging using a non-root user, because root will not be listed. Here I will write a root username and root password that I have did it during the installation. This will let me log in the GUI level, in the graphical level with the root privilege directly. If not, I can access using the normal or ordinary user. Then I have to do a switch to root use. I may use a GUI to set up, however, as the recommended and prefer for all administrator is to use a command instead. What we will do here, this first time because we are logging, system is not registered. Yeah, we know this privacy location services. I can turn it off. Start using, here we go. So first I will see whatever IP is configured directly here. So I will use same IP that's been given. So I can see there is no IP right now. That's because the activation of connection is not active. So let me activate it. Back. Okay. IPA. Yes, should be. Now there is 107 is configured. So what we will do, we will do it to be with first of all automatically connect here, and IPv6 I will disable it, and IP I will do it manual, and I will add this address. It's 192.168.56.107. I will keep the same thing, and gateway it will be same 196.56.1. DNS no. Searching domain, we can leave it as it. So in this level, I have to deactivate and activate and make sure that IP is still configured. Okay, it's configured. Next step is to use any X host, PuTTY or Xgraphic. I'm using MobaX in my lab because it's containing three main features that I needed. It's a session tree recorded here, and once I connect, I can have SFTP, and it's X forwarding graphically. Forward X. So now I have this lab. I will add a new session here. It's 192.168.56.107. I can nominate it with RHEL8 and save it. Connect to it. I know it's a root 123. So directly I can use it. There is a SFTP part here and SSH I can connect it here directly. So no need to access the console to use and configure anything. From now and going on, we will use this SSH to manage our server and most of what else? The most important post installation for me is yum repository. Right now, if I access the yum configuration, and before that I may use yum repo list that, sorry, there is a backslash by mistake, to list all bash. There is nothing, there is no repo register. So I have to go to the repo yum.d here. And if you see, there's a Red Hat that's containing nothing. So I may create a RHEL8.7 to repo and create my repo list here. Between brackets, I will create app stream that will contain all app stream and base OS. In Red Hat, there is two kind of repository should be configured. One is app stream and second is base OS. Let's start with app stream. Here we will have a 3 line. It will have a name equal, and second will be path equal, or it will be, we'll see this. So there will be gbg check equal 0. That will not check the gbg, and enabled equal 1. Let's double check this. How.conf, you can use directly yum.conf. This will give you how you can configure these details. For example, the path, what's the meaning of each, and all files that can be configured in this. For example, base URL, I put a path, it should be base URL equal. It's like this. And if it's file, you have to how to do with this. And if it's not, how you will do this. So let me again correct this here. It's RHEL. So it's not a name, not a path, sorry. It will be like this. Here we have to put a file path. File 3 tab, then we will put that tab. Let's now do the last part of this. In your device in the optical, make sure this Red Hat is being chosen and in your host. So make sure to choose it here. So if you mark it, it will be mounted directly. Okay, so we have attached it. Now we have to mount this mount -o loop. Or before that, let's create a directory, make directory mnt desk. Then we will mount this device, this R0 and the mnt disk. However, since this is an ISO, we have to give it -o option loop, enter. Then we have to go to this mount and make Sure. Our mount is missing this disk, sorry. Now we will see this. MNT disk. We will see the app stream and base OS. So let's take this path. This will be our path mnt disk slash hyphen this. This need to be configured where we will configure it. Sorry, it's not here. Yum d the repo the RHEL8. This is the path. We will call it app stream, and path is like this. It was mnt disk app stream. Let's check this. Yum repo list enabled. This will list whatever enabled. Yes. App stream come on this. We can continue now with the base OS. Name equal base OS and base URL equal file 3 tab mnt disk and disk gbg check. gbg check is if there is a certificate or not. We are not using gbg check. However, with internet always we have to do this and enable. Let me save this. Okay. Again, RAM repo list enabled. It has been enabled. Let me test this. Yum install httpd. See if this repo list has been enabled. Yes, it's listing. It's listing the repo application stream and base OS. Everything has been bring correctly. However, I will not install it right now. So we have set up the repo lists internally, and we have set up this the network to be as a static network. That's for our post installation. Last thing I will do is power off. Once this being powered off, I will take a clone of this to be as a base of this clone. Let me change the path to be in different path. Let everything be okay. Let's be this. And by this, once this completed, I will get the same exact things like here. Let's wait till this got completed and see. Alright, we get this clone. So we will work on top of this, and we will work with this on top of this. We will keep clone as a backup in case we need it or we need to do certain. We have a post installed, configured Red Hat, and post installed configured Oracle Linux. That's for our video. That's the target of our video. I hope you get simple steps you how to reconfigure the post installation. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in another lab video.